Our next speaker is Rohan Kharade, who is an employee of the OpenAirInterface Software Alliance, and he will talk or showcase bringing a 3GPP compliant core to Magma orchestration of OAI 5G core network.
Thanks, Robert. So we all know the Magma core network solution. So it's one of the open source core network solutions, and the novelty for the Magma core is the converged core network solution. So it's the one central core network which is responsible for different kind of radio access technologies like carrier Wi-Fi, LTE, and 5G. So the idea is like to export 3GPP core, 3GPP interfaces toward RAN and federated components like authentication and the policy. And the internal of the this core network is handled in the custom way. So one of the drawback of this solution is like if we wanted to follow the 3GPP procedure, so it's a bit challenging to follow because of this custom solution. So one of the objective of this demo is to introduce OAI core network in the Magma orchestration framework so that we can have the 3GPP compliance core network in the Magma. And of course, another objective is like orchestration of OAI core network. So if you just take the brief overview of how the orchestration of the under Magma is done. So it composed of two main components. Like one is the southbound interface, which talks with the so-called gateway. It's called you can say it's a core network terminology, and it's a vendor agnostic northbound interface, which talks with the different vendor solutions. It could be different NMS solutions. And then the information gathered in forms of config, or it might be the event logs, which could be again used for the different analytics for example, Elasticsearch, Prometheus, and Kibana. And then if we just closely look the internal of the orchestrator, basically it's a duplex entity called Nginx, which takes all the messages from the northbound and the southbound, and then it is again based on like if it is for the northbound, it will be sent to the corresponding service, and if it is related to the southbound, it will be sent to the corresponding service. If we just look how it interacts with the gateway, so there is a main component called streamer. So it's a basic terminology from the gRPC, and in a nutshell, it opens a different config streams. So the gateway can register to the different streams. It could be config, or it could be a subscription related stream, or it could be related to policy. So basically, it will subscribe to the streamer. It will aggregate all information from the gateway, or it could take the information which is provided from the northbound interface. So in a nutshell, if you wanted to introduce a 3GPP core network, we have to work around the streamer part. We need to introduce something thin layer, which will translate these gRPC messages or the proto messages defined into the 3GPP core network component. So it will look like something like this. So we introduce a thin layer. We call it as a middleware application, which will translate the gRPC messages, or you can say the protocol buffer messages which define for the access gateway, and it translates into the corresponding SBI for the OAI core network. So from the interface perspective, it will expose the gRPC interface toward Magma orchestrator, and it will translate to the SBI, which is based on REST. So in a nutshell, how this thin layer it looked like. So basically, we have NBI. So here it is a Magma because our focus is Magma here. But we introduce API translation module also, which will basically translate this the NBI messages, and it will transfer to the OAI core network. But again, the idea is it could be extended for another orchestration solution also. And apart from these, there could be the gateway registration. Basically, it exposes the core network capability to the orchestrator. And then the additional thing is like the usage reporting, which will gather all statistics from the core network, and it will expose to the Magma orchestrator. Yeah, that's it from me. So see you at the booth for the more information.